The blood flows into the mouth of the firebird. To be precise, the blood is mixed with the morning tears. This is the only food that the firebird parents can provide to their children. The temperature of the Natalong poo is up to 55 degrees. The firebird mother needs to use her body to help the child cover the scorching sun. We can see that the firebird mother is very fashionable. Red silk and blood-colored urethra. Looks noble and elegant. The little firebird will slowly become like this. When the cubs can stand up and walk, the father and mother will send them to the caretaker. A few days later, they will set out on a journey, take off 5 kilometers to find water. In this process, the parents can't help at all. The cubs have traveled through the salt and rock. There are also many cubs will die because of this. The mud on the body is not only a kind of thunder, will also corrode their inner fur. Once it falls, you can only silently wait for the judgment of fate. And the danger is not only this. The Jaeger customs will take advantage of the fire to block their way. Their appearance made the young firebird fall into panic. The weak bird was forced to the edge of the bird group, because in the middle, it is very likely to be mercilessly trampled. The Jaeger customs are waiting for such an opportunity. A bite of a little friend until you are full. It is difficult for the fishers to escape such a bad luck. And this bird is so lucky, because the fishing team has regained a small life. He followed the main force to the destination. Meet with his parents again. Here they can not only get water, can also eat nutritious algae. It is these algae that make the feathers of the firebird slowly turn red. Even the eyes will turn red. This magnetic Galapagos Lulexi. The bottom of the cliff is their destination. It is said that there are fewer people who have reached the bottom of the Ferdinand volcano than those who have been in space. But this Lulexi has no choice, because he is pregnant. The Nor has been killed by those 2 goods. When everything calms down, this mother-in-law continues to climb down. For her, difficulty and difficulty are slightly less than children. Mother's instinct does not allow her to look back. After 8 hours of hardship, he finally reached the bottom of the volcano with no danger. Here he will find a suitable location. Dig out a cave. It's more important to give birth than your own life. 1 egg will be crushed by the inside. This is an animal that is less than a big panda. The reason why they suck less is that they can't rely on others. It's all done by themselves. After the autumn sand is crushed, their mother will leave Kayoksu alone and never come back. There are only autumn sand duck babies left in the cave. It's easy to live. Climb out of this cave alone. Little duck looking for his mother, and the only tool for them to climb out of the cave. Is that still Calm Claw? Although the first level is very simple, but there are still a lot of autumn sand duck babies. That can't be enough. The successful autumn sand duck baby came to the cave. When he saw the outside, he blinked. His house is on the high floor without elevators. It's not that there are no elevators. It's not even a staircase. Jump down from a tree 20 meters high. The first little warrior is relaxed. See the brother succeed. This gives the second autumn sand duck baby courage. Next is the third. The fourth one is a little timid, but his brother helped him. He didn't prepare well and wanted to climb back. Some of them even jump off the group. It's the most hopeless. The great thing about life is, some lives are not afraid of death as soon as they are born. When the last autumn sand duck baby landed, they started to get together, line up and set out to find the final boss, their mother. The little cat was electrified. The big star was unfortunate. After being electrocuted, the high sky fell. The black blind is no exception. Today, Kikyu will show you the 29 seconds of the animal electrocution. The 29th crane electrocuted. This crane standing on the electric box suddenly fell down. Fortunately, he was not electrocuted, but also seriously injured. The 28th big yellow bee electrocuted. After a fire, the big yellow bee has no ability to fly away, although he is still alive. But maybe you can't see the sun tomorrow. The 27th squirrel electrocuted. The little guy was suddenly electrocuted. He got out of the power line in a hurry. Calm down. The squirrel electrocution often happens, but they don't remember. Repeated electrocution caused him to run away quickly. The 26th mountain goat electrocuted. These mountains have electrocution experience because the owner installed a power grid on their fence. Accidentally electrocuted. Even this big yellow cat was hit. The 25th horse electrocuted. The close horse suddenly touched the power grid, although their body is large, but also electrocuted. And these power grids, just to stop them from running away. So they often walk along the power grid. There is no reason not to be electrocuted. The 24th woodpecker electrocuted. Look carefully, don't blink. The woodpecker disappeared like this. Went to another dimension. The 23rd monkey electrocuted. Curiously killed the monkey. This monkey fell down after being electrocuted. In the end, he died. Humans are helpless no matter how to save. The 2-th black blind electrocuted. This black bear is stealing honey. Suddenly touched the power grid. Escaped in panic. The minister remembered him and came back. When approaching the wind, he was electrocuted again. The 21st sheep electrocuted. The 2 sheep discussed how to get out, but the power grid does not allow. The 20th spider electrocuted. Don't look at the small head of the spider, but the electrocution is not divided into sizes. It is obvious that it has been electrocuted for a long time. The 19th mountain goat electrocuted. The pain made him panic. He even pulled the binding. This kind of electrocution often makes him remember. I will remind him not to touch the bomb again in the future. The 18th deer electrocuted. A deer near a human residence. But the human power grid electrocuted this guy's nose. The deer finally ran away. The 17th dog electrocuted. The so-called dog Joy has no good things. This little dog is in the process of provoking the male cow. Crashed by the power grid electrocution. In the end, he ran without a shadow. The 16th sweet potato electrocuted. This sweet potato was electrocuted directly. Finally fell. And the sweet potatoes climbed the power grid electrocution. They basically have no sense of security. So this kind of flying scene is very common. The 15th electrocuted star. This star was almost knocked down by an electric motor. The rescuer had no choice. I thought he could come down by himself. As a result, he was electrocuted and hung on the power grid. Then he fell. Eventually carried away by humans. The 14th black bear electrocuted. This black bear wanted to enter this house. After an observation, after being electrocuted, he quickly retreated. The 13th Peiki electrocuted. This Peiki accidentally touched the power grid, then quickly ran away. The 12th Phi-Phi electrocuted. This curious Phi-Phi approached the power grid, just as he climbed. Fierce electrocution. This time he was electrocuted to the head. He shouldn't dare to do it anymore. The 11th group of birds electrocuted. There is nothing wrong with a bird standing on the power line. But a group of birds always have accidents. Because the wings they hit each other will cause electric shock. These birds were electrocuted. The 10th white sheep electrocuted. These cute sheep are very curious. What is this? Fierce lip electrocution. This must have the taste of spicy hot pot. The white dog is not convinced. Come and check. The 9th electrocuted snail. The breeder installed a power grid for them in order to prevent the snail from running away. This snail was not able to escape. Was electrocuted. The 8th black bear electrocuted. The black bear covered his head. The black bear was not able to escape, but was electrocuted. Then he ran away. The 7th little cat electrocuted. This little guy, because he was shy, accidentally touched the power grid. Just like this, the electric shock. The little cat's owner is really bad. The 6th mother cow electrocuted. These 2 mother cows are having breakfast. The tail of the mother cow was electrocuted. The 5th big yellow was electrocuted. This big yellow wants to take the child out for a walk, but accidentally touched the power grid. This is ugly. The 4th water cow electrocuted. Born to be a cow poison, not afraid of tigers. This little water cow was electrocuted by a tiger. In the future, he should know the power of power. Later, the mother water cow was educated by the little water cow. The little cow poison dare not touch the power grid anymore. The 3rd electrocuted dog. This Dubinquin did not see the power grid. As a result, he was electrocuted and ran away. He must be bored. What was that just now? So he went back and observed it carefully. The 2nd little cat electrocuted. This little guy was electrocuted. Seeing him electrocuted, still quite heartache. Seeing so many animals electrocuted. This horse is short-sighted and does not understand. He feels pretty good about this electrocution. This feeling is simply extraordinary. The above is the 29 moments when the animal world was electrocuted. The power line is at risk. Let's get away from it together. Lafayki's eyes are full of tears. The former love for Kia for power and status. Married to Phi-Phi. What makes Lafayki more broken is, he already has a child by his side. The past warmth flashed in his mind. But now he has forgotten the past. A voice kept echoing in his ear. Turn on the main mission to take Kia back. Phi-Phi's afternoon break time has come. This is a good opportunity for Lafayki to get close to Kia. He took the initiative to go to the front to help Kia comb his hair in the face of his ex-boyfriend. Kia also felt anxious for nothing. When they were talking about their similar feelings, Phi-Phi suddenly woke up. Yagpa's Chen Mei Wang sleeps. These 2 dog boys and girls and do some things that are not clear there. The angry Phi-Phi rushes to Lafayki. At this time, Lafayki can't fight against Phi-Phi, but he has made up his mind to win back Kia. Want to bring down Phi-Phi, must improve his ethnic status. Lafayki never thought. This opportunity is getting closer and closer. Yagpa has been staring at them. Take the child's Kia is the best goal. Lafayki found this guy who doesn't care. Maybe it's love that's in the head. When all the Phi-Phi are busy running away, this bright boy actually shouted at Yagpa. Yagpa saw such an important Phi-Phi for the first time. He climbed a big tree nearby, ready to observe in secret. Frightened Kia. Bring the child to Phi-Phi Wang. hoped to get the protection of Fai Fai Wong. But Fai Fai Wong didn't do anything. La Fakey will see all this in his eyes. Love Brain makes this guy feel painful. Rush directly to the tree where the flower bud is. This operation really can't get the flower bud. No harm. The final flower bud was still insulted by La Fakey. La Fakey seems to be in the lead. I don't plan to miss this chance to show myself. Chase the flower bud 5 kilometers. After returning to the group, he looked at Kia with his eyes closed and frowning. That's like saying, "See, it's still me." Kia seems to be touched by his courage. Compared to Fai Fai Wong, La Fakey can give him a sense of security. So he came to La Fakey. Help him comb his hair. Fai Fai Wong sees all this in his eyes. His love for Fai Fai is so presumptuous. At the same time, he can feel the group members despise him. La Fakey becomes his first system. Second confrontation. La Fakey lost again. Wei Wong, who had just been established, but he was beaten back again. Just as the dispute gradually calmed down, suddenly, a terrible scream came from the outside of the group. That's Kia's terrible scream. La Fakey rushed up with his eyes closed. But it's too late. A fierce snake attacked Kia. All the Fai Fai left. Only La Fakey refused to leave for a long time. The fight with Fai Fai Wong was only for Kia. But he just left like this. The most pitiful thing is Kia's son Bobby can't survive alone. His father Fai Fai Wong won't care about him, because Bobby is now a burden. But La Fakey can't do it. Ignore Bobby. From then on, a fool with other people's children. The world is like a few. This is why La Fakey never fights against Fai Fai Wong. How to bring Bobby up. La Fakey has no experience. The most important thing is that Fai Fai Wong still won't let him go. Come and find him if you have nothing. La Fakey was not his opponent. Now with Bobby. I don't dare to fight against Fai Fai Wong. For his provocation and humiliation, La Fakey tolerated it silently, because he knew that once he fought with Fai Fai Wong, Bobby will not be involved. As a newcomer, no experience, no milk water, La Fakey is often tired. He always felt that he could fall asleep sitting down. Warm men always have a special attraction. The mother Fai Fai Dongmai, who had just lost her child, was touched by the story of La Fakey. He came to La Fakey. Love came so suddenly. Maybe they can take care of Bobby together. But Fai Fai Wong is not happy. He can't bear to show love. This Fai Fai Wong forcibly took mother Fai Fai Dongmai away, ready to fight as his only friend. La Fakey can't stand it. This guy wants to fight again. He rushed up and started a big battle again. La Fakey lost again. He figured out one problem. As long as you are in the group, you will be targeted by Fai Fai Wong. His godson Bobby will also be implicated. La Fakey tolerated it. Now Dongmai takes care of Bobby. In order for Bobby and Dongmai to live peacefully, he quietly left the group. Although this is very dangerous. Fai Fai who has been leaving the group. It's hard to survive. La Fakey was targeted by the group. He can only hide in the tree and wait patiently, waiting for the group to leave. In the end, hunger defeated the group, and the Fai Fai group on the other side, but encountered a big trouble. A big fire hit the African prairie. They are trapped in the middle by the fire. All the Fai Fai are running away. La Fakey's godson Bobby, but made the wrong choice. In panic, he climbed a tree. His godmother Dongmai called helplessly, but Fai Fai Wong didn't care. He ran faster than anyone else. At the critical moment, La Fakey appeared. He quickly attacked the fire, found a breakthrough, then stabbed him in the head. The godfather's courage gave Bobby courage. He jumped down the tree and ran into La Fakey's arms. La Fakey handed Bobby to Dongmai and quietly walked into the grassland. The fire burned their home. Fai Fai Wong led the group to the forest of flowers. The flowers directly attacked Fai Fai Wong. Woolly Hang's Fai Fai Wong dared not fight, ran away. This unwise choice let him become the lunch of the flowers. It's really hard. Heaven's goodwill, heaven's mercy. There is no king in the group. The crisis is also approaching. Another Fai Fai group also came here in order to fight for the land. They fought hard. Dongmai's group faced a crisis. Without Fai Fai Wong, they fell into the wind. War is very unfavorable for them. Dongmai silently shouted. At this time, the bright boy appeared. La Fakey ran into the enemy Phi group, directly killed the opposite Phi Wong. La Fakey returned victorious, back to the group smoothly. It's just a subtle change. It's happening quietly. Other male Phi in the group, one by one, pay tribute to him. The female Phi also showed her gratitude to him one by one. This represents the birth of a new generation of Phi Wong. A Vidal sea leopard opened its mouth, continuously rubbing the ice. This is the only way to prevent the breathing hole from being frozen. He climbed out of the water. Next, it will be on the ice surface below 40 degrees. Give birth to its own son. The temperature difference between the uterus and the outside is up to 80 degrees. The little sea leopard was shivering. However, this is not the most difficult moment. The fierce cold wind is wrapped around the ice. Pat on the little sea leopard. The sea leopard's mother used her body, covered the cold wind for the child. However, with the bloodshed of the storm, the sea leopard's mother couldn't stand it. She is now facing a difficult choice. One is to stay and protect her son. The other is to go back to the water and avoid the disaster. The little sea leopard looked at his mother and abandoned himself. Maybe he doesn't understand at this time. Why would mom do this? And he was just born, and he wouldn't swim. Can't go back to the water with his mother. There is only himself on the ice. The only hope of living is, I've been through the storm alone. Until 7 days later, the wind calmed down. The sea leopard's mother dug out her head from the ice. It's a scene like this. He called out to her without giving up. The call was responded. Take a closer look, and we can see. There was a drop of tears slip from the sea leopard's mother's corner. He returned to the water and calmed down. And then he dug out his head again, encouraging the child to go into the water with him. The temperature under the water is up to 2 degrees below zero, as long as the little sea leopard enters the water. Don't worry about the bloodshed of the storm. Has been suddenly appeared by a bear. Gently bite the tail of the sea elephant. But the sea elephant won't sit and wait. Nose teeth like a dagger. Can easily pierce the fur of the polar bear. Faced with the adult sea elephant with long teeth, the polar bear doesn't dare to take risks easily. But he's not too worried that he'll get hungry. Because on this island, hundreds of thousands of sea elephants are gathered. Global warming causes a large number of soldiers to smile. The sea elephants can only be gathered on this small island. Some sea elephants can't stand the crowd, so they started climbing towards the cliff. This is very difficult for them. The huge body that was made, the stone that was sealed was hurt. But some of the sea elephants still succeeded. However, this is also the beginning of their miserable fate. The polar bear also came to the cliff. The sea elephant is half disabled when it leaves the water. It's impossible to fight the polar bear with 4 swords. When the polar bear is pushing forward step by step, sea elephants are getting more and more nervous. They keep coming towards the cliff. So the tragedy happened. The fall of a sea elephant caused a chain reaction. A large number of sea elephants were scared and began to run. They pushed each other and stepped on. Many sea elephants died because of this. The chaos below was seen by the sea elephants on the cliff. They thought something terrible had happened. They wanted to go back to the sea in panic. But they forgot that they were in a cliff of 100 meters high. More and more sea elephants were dying. Even the polar bear couldn't stand this situation. They just wanted to eat one sea elephant. But the result was such a tragedy. It's very low to talk to sea elephants. It doesn't matter how they look or even their gender, as long as it's a sea elephant. Because they are animals with the same chest and body. But it can't complete the birth mission. After all, it's easy to get pregnant and give birth. There's nothing better than yourself. But in the vast ocean, it's not easy to find the same kind. Their eyes can hardly see anything. Love is right in front. It could also be a passing by. Maybe this is fate. And once you miss it, it's a lifetime. Sometimes you meet a sea turtle. They are as soft as a sea turtle. It's better than a bunch of hard sea stars. But it's very dangerous to be with a sea turtle. Sea turtles are not very interested in this. But you can have a meal in the name of ACP. Some sea fish are lucky. I met the true love in my life. There's no confession of love. And there's no wedding that makes people envy. The two sea fish are just what they need. After a brief interaction, the magical thing happened. They were both pregnant. From then on, they were all stupid things. I don't want to come. When the same kind was hard to find. The practice of giving no need to distinguish gender. It is indeed a powerful evolution of the continuation of the seed.